In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear.
Hi.
Hi! Actually, I just thought the Reverend might not be here. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was in Vegreville, so.
Oh, don't dox him. Come on. Now all our haters are going to go try and find him there.
You mean like the 5 haters we have? Maybe the Russian bots will find him.
And they'll spam him with sex sites. Speaking of which, hello, Casey.
The Russian sperm.
Speaking of that too, hello, Casey, again.
Yeah, again, double Casey. Wait, I got to wait, hold on. I got to push mute here and say I love text.
Oh yeah, they're reviewing.
I didn't get a chance to jump on, so.
Oh, how are you, Casey? Good to see you.
Did you go see Deadpool yet?
No, I'll see it later.
I'm going on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, so. Yes. But yes, it is a week of Olympics and athletes that show that they're uber athletes.
Yes.
Right? You know, yeah. So I think Joe Rogan said it best, is that this proves, this is why we have the Olympics, to prove like the superior human beings.
But doesn't that make other people who don't do that offended? Now we have to get rid of the Olympics because of offensiveness?
Actually, I'm sure that's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen. I think anyways. But, yeah.
If there was a video game Olympics, Casey would be number 1 in every category. He's still reviewing Sega Saturn games right now. If anyone is wondering what good old Casey is Raw Gaming and Wrestling is up to, in the description below.
Oh, yeah. It's the worst Olympics ever, right? So, my kid, I got asked to play a men's league ball tonight. Of course, I can't go because I have the show. Mm-hmm. So I sent my son instead, and I just got a text. He's like, "Dad, I'm so nervous," because like it's a competitive. He's a pretty good ball player, so I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know what of course, really isn't on my my Facebook and whatnot. But were you going to show any of those pictures? Oh yeah.
I'll show a few. And yes, Casey, I was going to do it backwards because you reminded me way too late. So I might as well do it now. You're probably got to leave and, go do something else. So thank you, Casey, for showing up.
Have you seen my wiener?
But back to Van's comment where he said, "The devil took my soul after watching the opening ceremony. I wonder if it's going to get to the silly point in our society, and this will lead into what you wanted to go into, where people will think when they see this, it's the actual devil trying to get into our food. And once the devil gets into our bodies, then we'll be influenced by the devil." And of course, that leads into nothing good like this. Yes.
Right. So I don't know what pictures you planned on showing. So I'm gonna start with this one first. This is the one that I was like, okay, guys, like you need to give me a break here. Seriously. Now the break was at first, I was like, okay, first off, it's ridiculous. But secondly, it's the guys that are sharing it that I have known for quite a few years. And I'll be willing to bet my left nut that you haven't been to a church since I've known you. And now all of a sudden you're a Christian. Right? Like that's the wow. And, let's just remember what Christianity did too. Like, you guys, there's a lot of abomination that you Christians have done as well. So let's just, step it back a little bit and maybe read a book instead of reading the internet and, doing this virtual signaling that it seems everybody does. You Christians are doing the same thing that you claim that the left always does and wants to cancel culture people. That's what you're doing. That's what that is. You're uneducated. And instead of focusing on the awesome Gojira, video with Marie Antoinette beheading, which people were going nuts over. They're like, it's like, the song is about Marie Antoinette being beheaded. That's how she died. She was killed at that castle by a guillotine. And you dumb fucks like, oh my God, I'm so offended. God, you wish you could do something that cool in your life. Like play a guitar on the side of a castle. God, I would have loved to do that. That would be awesome.
Play it as good as the guys from Gojira.
Yeah.
And I'll have you know it's pronounced guillotine, bitch.
Eat a bag of dicks. So, and I shared this video to him. Shared this picture too, and take all of my partner's thunder right now. So, and again, yeah, this goes back to the whole discussion about when people say Donald Trump is Hitler. No, he's not.
Not even close.
And then again, so like, yeah, these ceremonies, yeah, they're the worst opening ceremonies ever. No, this one is right here. This one, where they're all hailing Hitler.
Yeah.
They're just saying, putting that out there. Like again, like there's stuff that you guys can't do, and that's ridiculous.
A mutual friend of ours, well, used to be ours on Facebook, now just mine. He shared the picture of the people from the Olympics doing the old Last Supper pose. And apparently there was a guy there who had his balls out. And then there was also a kid there. And of course the comments are, what is the kid doing there? Oh my God, help the kid, save the kid. The kid's in danger. The kid's being indoctrinated. Yeah. How about use both sides of the table? Come on, man. Didn't you ever learn, Casey, that when someone's painting a picture or taking a picture, you never have your back to the camera unless the director says so?
Yeah. Exactly. Learn to
Hello,
work,
Junior. Low IQ.
It's about tagging the roots of America.
You were saying eat a bag of dicks. Well, there is a burger joint in Seattle called Dick's, and they do sell burgers in bags, which are called bags of dicks. So in a few weeks, I will do exactly that.
And you can also order a candy bag of dicks.
Excuse me?
Yes. Yeah.
Was he really that bad? He was just doing it for his country, or as he would say, the fatherland.
So yes, dicks by mail. Yes. So here you can actually I will actually give these guys a free plug if you want to. We will take any sponsorship here, but this is Dicks by Mail. And yes, go to dicksbymail.com and you can send over a bag of dicks to anybody that you want. Okay? It's a great way to tell your friends, family, and loved ones, or frenemies to eat a bag of dicks. So, yes, they're $23 Canadian, so they better be the best bag of dicks ever. And, yes. So, yes, yeah, if you feel the need, order your friend a bag of dicks and send it to a bag of dicks.
Awesome.
Yes.
My mouth is already watering for that bag of dicks.
Especially that black licorice one. I really like black.
That is very progressive of you, good sir.
I
Good
thought
for
so
you.
too. I thought so too. Thought it was really coming up in the world. Wow. What? I thought so. I thought I was doing a good thing there.
You said coming up in the world.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, look at this. I'm looking at some weird candies now. Oh my god. I feel I need to order these and try these. Let's go through these together, class. All right, look at so there's eat shit. Apparently they're cola flavored shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know about cola flavored.
Yeah, me neither. I thought so. Delicious little turd-shaped morsels of gummy candy. Scrumptious. Oh, poo! Look at jerk. Oh, that's a stretchy poo. That's not even edible poo. I'm not even interested if I can't eat the poo. I want to eat it. What else we got for weird? I don't know what. It's not really weird. Ooh, that's disgusting.
Casey, the bag might not be big, but believe us when we say the dicks are.
Hey, it's not the size of the boat. It's how gummy it is in your mouth, motherfucker. There's a box of boogers.
They just love alliteration.
Right? Box o boogers. So yeah, I like where people's heads are at here. You know, I'm just trying to see what else we got here. Do we got some teethers? And yeah, no, there's nothing really other,
Yes, and Van, that is one of the reasons that OnlyFans is skyrocketing. It's because the cost of living, and there is that niche market that a lot of people will decry porn in public, but when they turn on the private browser, they're clicking on that content.
Yep. Oh, you can order dick confetti.
Dick confetti.
Talks a lot of no, I actually shit talk every religion, not just Christianity. Go look at our older shows, all of them.
And I will steal from the Friendly Atheist podcast, where the criticism for them is, what, you talk a bunch of trash on Christianity, why not Islam? Because where they live in the world, which is the Chicago area in the United States, they are surrounded by Christianity, Christianity being the majority religion in the United States. Here in Canada, I think that's the same thing. I think Christianity has the majority. So, of course, we're going to talk trash on it. We're not against talking trash on Islam and every other religion, but Christianity is so prevalent here.
So he says, of course we know you eat a box of shit. He says, yeah, but it's extra hostile. I wasn't extra hostile at the religion. It's no different than any other religion. It's the people that are using the platform of Christianity to cry a foul that they have been harmed and affected in a way, which that's more my issue with it. So to say that it's it was just for Christian. Yeah, it's not for the religion itself. It's not at all. It's for the people that virtual signal through it. Does that make sense?
They use it as a battering ram or a baseball bat or a gun or something to enforce their own opinions upon other people.
Yes, and that's my issue with it. I've made it very clear that I have a problem with religion in general. But like me and my mother is a born-again Christian, and we can have a civil conversation, and I love my mom and I always will. And, stating an obsession.
This is the one I like. And not using Junior's words, but the words of other people who say, if you don't like it, leave. Well, in America, where you have freedom of expression and freedom of speech, it's not that if you don't like it, you leave. If you don't like it, you change it. You fight for change politically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If something is wrong, and this goes for the religious right too. They fight to change it. Project 2025, for example, or Project Blitz is another example. They want to change it to make America better in their eyes. That does not mean that objectively America will be better, but they want it to. They want the values of the country to reflect their personal values, because apparently America was founded as a Christian nation. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't at all.
Observation. Thank you. Not obsession. Okay, good. I'm glad you corrected that. Thank you.
I can't talk, son. I'm doing my show.
Sure you can.
No.
You can do both. We'll be patient with you. Yeah, that's the thing. If you both know that you're going to butt heads about that particular subject, you don't speak about it, because you've already said everything you need to say, and it's just a Mexican standoff at that point.
See, me and my mom can talk about it. I have no problem talking about it with my mother. I think, I don't know if I had stated this. Did I state this on the show about the Donald Trump comment with her?
I think so. Do it again.
Yeah, that, she compared, like, that was the whole Donald Trump compared to Hitler. And I was like, Mom, you can't do that. And I used the line that we use in the show all the time. That, mom, until Donald Trump kills, millions of people and gas chambers and does all this horrible stuff. And she was like, oh, you're right. She listened. And it was the same, because she said, well, he's doing this, like the fist thing. And she's like, that's like Hitler. Well, and that's the thing. And I was like, Mom, I see it more as the Black Panther, fight the power, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And yeah, you want to know what? I could speak about all I want, because your First Amendment could say that I think your country sucks dicks. So,
and
whether I'm there or not.
Freedom of expression dictates that I can be dirty or clean, but I took a shower today, therefore
So did
I am not dirty. Now, of course, he means dirty in a different sense, but it is, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what every country should be. That's what makes the countries interesting. It really does. And I will say, really, I mean, maybe you've seen the episode. There's an episode of Family Guy, the multiverse episode, where Stewie and Brian are going to the different multiverses, and they go to one where Christianity didn't exist, so there was no Dark Ages, and like it's like the future, right? And there's like, let's go to, like, we need to travel here, so they get on like a super jet plane to China from the U.S. and they're like, poof, they're there, if I remember correctly, and like they see Quagmire coming out of the house. He goes, uh-oh, I got AIDS again. Time to take my cold, flu, and AIDS medicine. There, all gone. Just saying how further we would be, right? So,
He was already. And, it's going to be interesting. I personally think he is going to win in November. So he might, and I have not done any research on this because I'm Canadian. I don't have to do American historical research. I think he'll be the first president to be elected twice, not consecutively. So was president, lost, then won again. I'm probably wrong, but if I'm right, then that's historical. And he's going to lord that over everyone. But he's almost as old as Biden is.
He is, yeah. So what Alma just sent me something here. I don't have my Facebook open, actually. Hold on.
Speaking of Alma and Bolo.
Allow me to say what Alma has sent me here.
Hola.
She says, freedom of but freedom of speech does not equal freedom of consequences.
Freedom from consequences.
Freedom from. She said freedom of consequences. Freedom from consequences.
How many cervezas has she had, eh?
But that in there lies what we've talked about many times. Who is the one that dictates the consequences? I mean, we've said this before. We're supporter. I'm going to speak for you as well in this. We're supporters of the LGBTQ plus community. I think I said that totally wrong.
He's trying, English folks.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Okay, but the supporters are way less than the detractors. So it's one of those things where if we went the way she said, I'm Mexican, give me a break. if we're gonna go that way, then like you're not gonna like the result. If the majority rules, this is one of those things where you don't want to step on too many toes because majority rules. Whether we agree with them or not, majority rules. You know, so.
And before Bolo goes away,
Wrong.
and giggles in Spanish. Ja, 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 ja.
Ja, 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 ja. So
I've never been to Mar-a-Lago. I have no idea if it's a top tier golf course.
that's what I don't understand, Junior. I don't understand with any of the guys this age. Go golf.
Yeah.
Go do something with your time.
Yeah, because he's not going to be around a whole lot longer. He has already lived past the average age of the North American male.
Mhm.
So, and he's got a lot of money. I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's got way more money than all of us here combined.
Yep.
I'm talking about the 5 watching and us 2 combined.
Oh, combined. Easily.
Oh, you got him, Junior.
Wrong.
You got him on the
Wrong.
ropes.
Yeah, you got him. Body punch. Stick and move. Stick and move. All right, let's get off this bull crap. So I have
Wow. There's a
oh,
lot
wow.
of places Epstein has been that I have not been and will never go.
So I don't even know what this movie is by the picture, but this is the 17 worst movies of all time. So let's get through the list and then we can add on to be like, no, you missed this, you missed that, you missed this, you missed that. So okie doke.
I wonder if Bolo wakes up every morning and says out loud, "We didn't cross the border. The border crossed us."
All right. Planet 9 from Outer Space. This is an Ed Wood movie. I've never even heard of it. Alex?
It's fucking awful.
Okay, so you agree? So does that make worst movies of all time?
It does make the list for worst movies of all time.
Okay. Troll 2.
I've only seen the meme.
No, I've not seen it. Wow. Wow, it grossed a mere $50,000 compared to the budget of $200,000. Holy shit. Wow. The Room? No.
Oh, I've seen it. It's pretty bad, but it's
Okay.
also hilarious to watch as a group.
So it's like hilariously bad, like.
Oh yeah, and now
Okay.
think of the movies that we watched years ago.
Yeah.
This you could fit in there, giggity, but it would be on a more cringe. This is boring. Can we move on level?
Really? Oh wow. See, and that was I think because I don't think everyone here probably has never heard us say this. We used to have a big video store called Superior Video Movie Gallery. I think it was Superior when we did this, but they had a huge horror movie section, and like we'd go pick a couple of the shit horror movies to watch, and like I mean they were bad. I remember the one with the clown. What the fuck was that one again?
You know how many horror movies there were?
I know, and then there was like Sledgehammer or something like. They were awful. They were horrible. They were like Z movies, not even B movies. They were Z movies. Fuck.
Yeah. Junior, 2019, because that's when Epstein died. 2019 called.
He died himself.
Yes.
Now let's say the movie was horrible, but God, Halle Berry is wonderful to look at. You were in this movie, weren't you?
I was, as an extra.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a bad movie.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Budget of $100 million, and it only raked in 16.
I kind of feel bad for the director.
I never watched this.
I did. Gigli is how it's pronounced.
I did it better.
A distant cousin of Robert Sherman Man.
Birdmick, shock and terror.
I saw this. God, this was awful.
Awful. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I have such a. Okay, this is it. Man knows. I've heard of the Hands of Fate. I've heard of this.
I saw it. We reviewed this for Jack's Not Ready a good 11 years ago.
Yeah.
It was hilariously bad.
Hold on, my dad's bugging me. No, my dad's bugging me. No. Show night with Alex. Everybody's bugging me. You should be watching. You say you should be watching, not the game.
Yeah, pump up our view numbers, please. Come on, Mike.
Yeah, I just said that to him. You should be watching us, not the game. Lord. All right. Okay. Yeah, this was okay. Now this was bad, but I you don't know what the rest of the movies were like. This was stupid. Like,
believe it or not, I have not seen this.
It was stupid. It was, Cats did not.
Never saw it. Don't care to. Never
No.
seen the musical. Don't want to.
After Earth, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. I heard it wasn't very good.
Haven't seen it.
Me neither. Okay. But yes. Oh, this was so fucking bad. Oh, so bad.
Everybody chill.
Yeah. Okay, you can't put Sharknado on there. Like, it's such a cult stupid. Like, this is okay. So me and Chad were talking the other day. We brought up the subject of Ed the Sock. And we talking about Fromage. Do you remember Fromage?
Yes.
Fromage was the chief. For any of you American, well, all the Americans here, because the Reverend's not here. We had a music station that had an Ed the Sock. He was a puppet that Triumph the dog ripped off. So just so you know the context of what Ed the Sock was. And he would have this thing every year called Fromage, 2000, 1999. And it was the cheesy videos. And one year, Franz Ferdinand got on there with Take Me Out. And Ed had to explain, guys, the whole purpose of this song and video is supposed to be stupid and dumb. You guys are missing the point of Fromage. Fromage was like the Backstreet Boys with their passionate songs and stuff, and like the overacting, like that, like the and stuff like that, right? Like, I think all the small things made it on there one year, and he's like, "You guys are just not getting it. It's supposed to be cheesy. That's the whole point of it." So, Sharknado shouldn't be on this list. Like, good Lord. I saw this, but I don't remember how bad it was. It's got a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
And at least part of it was shot here in the Vancouver Lower Mainland. It was terrible movie.
Okay.
It was bad movie.
Bad movie.
Bad
there
movie.
it is, Battlefield Earth. And it's like, that had to be on here. Had to be. Yeah.
Yeah, we reviewed this as well for Jack's Not Ready. Yeah, this was pretty cringy.
Awful.
Poor Barry Pepper.
Yeah. Because, well, was that before or after Saving Private Ryan?
After. Saving Private Ryan was 98.
And then he kind of disappeared after that, didn't he?
He did stuff.
I really liked him in Knockaround Guys.
Yes.
Yeah. The Last Airbender. I wasn't ever a fan of the cartoon, so I never watched it.
Never saw this.
Okay. Never even heard of Food Fight.
I've heard of Food Fight. It's an animated movie, obviously. The cast is quite impressive, but yes, apparently it's terrible.
Wow, it only made $74,000 against a production budget of $45 million.
Oof. We've given you some.
You time out for a second. You can say what you want about her music, but she is an astoundingly beautiful woman. Thank you very much. I think she's hot. And great comedians. Yeah, some of the best. John Candy, Dan Aykroyd. Just saying.
Jim Carrey was pretty good for a few minutes.
Yeah, Jim Carrey had a few minutes, Yeah. The Wicker Man. You love this movie. You love bashing this movie.
This is great. We saw this for Jack's Not Ready as well.
Yeah, awful.
It was great.
Oh, yeah, that was it, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
That was no 17, but all right. So anyways. So what you got, homie? Oh, Dad just said, oh, yeah, sorry. So which means he's not watching.
The bees! No, not the bees! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Yeah, terrible. Poor guy. It's a good thing he did better in 2007 with Next and 2009 with Knowing.
Oh,
And I'm talking about Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to go through 10 more superstitions.
Good. I can hardly wait.
So, last time on Alex and the Garbage Man, according to Japanese superstition, don't sleep with your head facing north because that's how the deceased are laid to rest. Why can't we differentiate between people who are alive and people who are dead and the way they sleep and the direction in which they sleep? I don't get it. The dead lie down too. Are we not supposed to lie down when we're in Japan sleeping? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
In Africa, avoid sleeping with your head to the west. Jesus, you got to take a compass with you wherever you go.
What if I'm from the west side?
Weird Al taught us this one. Don't run with scissors.
Don't run with scissors was the name of his album.
Or it will bring bad luck, according to Egyptian folklore. What?
Yeah, go folklore yourself.
Yeah. I don't understand the reason for some of these. I'm willing to bet that some mother made this up just so her kid won't play with scissors because her kid was, cutting up his hands and cutting up the couch and paper and her credit cards and her checkbook and money and stuff. And she's like, oh, don't do that or it'll bring bad luck. You'll bring shame and bad luck upon this family. Maybe that's how this stuff starts. Don't step in dog poop with your left foot. Why do I have to pay attention as to which foot should not be stepping in dog poop? It's considered good luck in France if you do it with your left foot. Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Here's another kind of poop that brings good luck. Bird poop.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
But it doesn't say what country it's from. Maybe it's the world over? I'm not sure. Hello, Jolene.
Hello, Jolene.
Now I can't say all three Jolenes we haven't seen in a while. So I got to modify that now before I forget. Yeah, when it comes to a popular artist, and Nick can attest to this, back in 99 or 2000,
everybody
was
did.
Looking for a red cap.
Yep. I had one. And I kept rolling.
Now I remember we went to Prince.
Yes, we did it in
for one.
I found one, but it was an Echo hat. I couldn't find the Yankees. Yep. So.
Oh no. No.
That was ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous it gets this. I laugh because you're dumb for doing it. I did laugh. Yes. That is how far down the intellectual rabbit hole I have fallen. I don't mean that in a positive way to say I'm woke or red pilled. It just means that I'm dumb.
Pretty much.
I think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumb. Anyway, more other stupidity. Owls are bad luck in Egypt. What?
Who said that?
They also bring death if you bring them into your home, and this is in Egypt. Again, statistics needed, please. Knitting outside can bring longer winters. What if it is Well, yeah, what if it's Punxsutawney Phil knitting outside? Oh, no, this is only in Iceland. Keep the knitting inside unless you like colder weather. There's that strange contradiction about Iceland versus Greenland. Iceland is very warm, Greenland is very cold, despite the names. Here's 7. Nope, no quarter for you, good sir.
No.
You're gonna bring the fight to the comment section. We're gonna laugh at your unfortunate young stupidity. Anyway, don't play with yo-yos. Don't tell me what to do. Wow. Syria banned yo-yos because they are believed to cause droughts. Now I have to go sifting through all the weather reports in Syria from the present time back to when they first started collecting weather reports and other meteorological data, which is probably the 1930s or something, to see if this is true. Don't get a haircut on Tuesday in India because it will cause bad. What? You know how many people are in India? Are haircut shops just closed on Tuesdays?
They should just close them, and then you could avoid that altogether.
Ooh, here's one that's close to home. Pregnant women should give in to their cravings. There's a Canadian superstition that expectant mothers who crave fish but don't eat it will end up having a baby with a fish.
We're reading that one now, aren't you?
I've never heard of this. The stupidity is so strong with this one, I can't get through it. Who crave fish but don't eat it will end up having a baby with a fish head. Please cite sources on this one. We can't just, go by this. My God. And finally, we've all heard this one. Don't walk under a ladder. It dates back to medieval Europe. It symbolizes the gallows and death. So it symbolizes, it doesn't actually bring death. It's just, stupid superstition. Well, I feel dumber. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I faded out on. I was kind of half listening because I just fuck. This is so dumb.
Yes, and because we're all having been gotten dumber now because of that.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
And goodbye.
So it's weird. Okay, we're going to get into it. So I'm reading up on this. Khalef, the boxer that everybody is saying we don't know whether she's like a male who has changed over to a female and now is boxing at the Olympics right now. Because there is a lot of shit, and what I'm getting lost on here is it's a big controversy right now. Okay, people are really going off about it right now. But she represented Algeria in the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo. I'd never even heard of this person then. Why is this suddenly an issue now? But then I'm seeing more things here, like she was disqualified because her what was it? What was she disqualified for?
Fighting.
So no, she was she was disqualified in the IBA championships. She reached the finals, but was disqualified shortly before the gold medal game for failing to meet eligible criteria. The Algerian Olympic Committee stated that she was disqualified for medical reasons. It was later reported that the disqualification was due to high levels of testosterone in her system. According to the International Boxing Association president, some dude, DNA testing of her and other athletes proved they had XY chromosomes and thus excluded from sports events. So, but there are medical conditions that also cause a woman to have XY chromosomes. She claimed to be a victim of a big conspiracy after being disqualified. She made an appeal, and they said the decision was legally, but later withdrew it, and it's legally binding.
Mm.
So, and what I find strange is when there's somebody who, like, and this, it's like someone would make the argument that she's from a small village in the Terati province in northwest Algeria. She's an Olympic gold medalist or an Olympic athlete. Do it yourself so you can see. Go here. I'm going to put this on the screen for you to go see. Go look at her Wikipedia page, okay? And what's crazy to me is that there's nothing there on her page. Like there's nothing. That's her name. Now, usually there's a pretty big description of the events and everything that their life has been through. Go look at her Wikipedia page.
Okay.
It talks about nothing really early life. Like it's, it's to me, if you like, and if you were to go onto like a different athlete's page, it'd probably be packed. I'm like, but let's scroll through that page.
Yeah, I'm on iMain's Wikipedia page right now. It's got some stuff to it. What am I looking for?
But just that there's like, there's nothing really. There's not a lot of information on her, like who trained her, what happened, like what, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It's fishy to me in that, like, you can't have more testosterone in your body, of course. But like, if this person was disqualified from being in a championship for women already, like, why is this like? Why were they even allowed to go to the Olympics till this was figured out? That's what I'm not understanding.
And if we could somehow get a look at her entry card's not the right phrase or term, but from her entry into the 2020 Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Maybe that'll clear all this up.
Like, I'm not understanding why this is all of a sudden like. Why this wasn't like said back in the 2020 kind of thing.
Yeah. She represented Algeria in the women's lightweight event at the 2020 Summer Olympics, where she was defeated by Ireland's Kelly Harrington in the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, and that's not saying that a woman can't beat a man in a fight. If anyone knows UFC, there was a fighter called Fallon Fox who actually did not tell people that she had transitioned and was destroying female fighters.
Yep.
And then she went up against someone who could actually fight and they beat her. But yeah, I'm trying to just find out more stuff, but like everything says female. And it's not like she's knocked out a ton of people. She's had 51 fights. She's had 42 wins. She's only won 6 by knockout. So I don't know. We'll have to see how this plays out. Like, she was barred from, and this is NBC reporting on this. Like, she was previously barred from women's events. So, maybe this isn't the appropriate thing to say. Maybe, I mean, if she's a female, just, if they really want to, drop your pants. I mean, I know it's very vulgar, but it would definitely stop it, wouldn't it? I'm just saying, like, if it's like, I mean, like, if it's that bad and there's such a controversy now, I'm seeing people put stuff all over Facebook. It's like, if I were her, I'd just like, yeah, there you go. That's just me. That's just what I think, anyways. So, wow.
We have seen and encountered women, even in a place like Prince George, who look at least somewhat like men. Not entirely, somewhat. And here in the Vancouver area, same thing, somewhat. That does not mean they're men. Just because they may look like that, don't judge the book by its cover. Wait until the book gets into a fight with another book of a similar binding, and then we'll see what happens. Then we can make all the judgments, right? Because we're all amateur boxing sleuths.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Yeah, all of us. So, yeah, it's yeah. So, anyways, have you got some stories you'd like to rattle off?
Silly controversy, probably.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Or we can just do a bunch of gym videos. I'm okay with that.
That too. Oh. So you know about the Hawk-Tuah girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So because everyone's memory is so short in the coming years, let's say in 20 years, this is what you can do for your grandkids. I think this applies more to Tex.
Yeah, we've shared that one before. I like that one. Yeah, we've shared that one before. I get a kick out of that one every time.
My Auntie Kathy shared this. And I think this makes a good point.
Mm-hmm.
It depends, Junior, which women you're talking about. Making the blanket statement, all women? No way.
Yeah,
not even
definitely
once.
not.
Nope.
And I mean, it depends what you consider being a man. I mean, that's open to interpretation as well.
I feel bad for the Hawk-Tuah girl because that people are just piling on about that. She's playing into it and she's getting her 15 minutes of fame, which is great. But if you watch that, not only that particular clip, but the before and after of the viral moment, she's in Nashville, she's drunk, and she's messing around. That's all she's doing. She's just talking trash. And she's got this goofy but endearing Southern accent. So it's disarming. And she said something funny. And people are, oh, she must be a huge sleut because she said that. She's revealing her true personality. No, you and I, we have said some dumb stuff when we were drunk in front of a camera. That does not mean we are those things that we said. We were drunk. We knew there was a camera there. We were playing it up for the camera. Just like our friend Chris said, when you know there's a camera around, you're going to say dumb stuff just for the effect. He didn't exactly say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're pretty much right. Like, that's what's going to happen, right? Oh, she's so hot, though.
She started the Hawk-Tuah? What are you talking about?
Oh,
I would love to see that video. Exactly. You never know when and why. Why is the important thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's some stuff about J.D. Vance, and I took a supercut from an NBC news story about him. That's a good 2.5 minutes long. It's out there somewhere. You can find it on the internet. So I just cut out the stuff that J.D. Vance was talking about. It's about a minute long, and I'm going to play it for you about now.
Effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies. Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Mr. Vance, I pray that your daughter is fortunate enough to bear children of her own one day.
Now, it's very important that she said it like that. Own one day. One day being key to that statement.
Day.
First of all, that's disgusting because my daughter is 2 years old. And second of all, if she had fertility problems, as I said in that speech, I would try everything I could to try to help her because I believe families and babies are a good thing.
Pause.
Obviously,
So yeah, again, you said it. One day. One day. Not right now, you dumb fuck. Continue.
was a sarcastic comment. I've got nothing against Kath.
Do you agree that there are people who very much love this country and are invested in its future, but they also happen to be childless?
Oh, of course I believe that, Trey. And if you look at the full context of what I said, it's very clear the Democrats have tried to take this thing out of context. It's the fact that the Democratic Party has become explicitly anti-family in some of their policies. Well, they say it's racist to do anything.
I find that interesting.
Anti-family in some of their policies. Well, they say
Anti-family in some of their policies. The Democrats. Junior, would you like to chime in on exactly what those specific policies are with sources and exact quotes, please?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to know that without a doubt. Without a doubt, I need to know like what that would be.
JD Vance did not fuck a couch, and I know this because I looked for the videos and could not find them. Anyway, moving on.
It's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but
okay, we're going to listen to that again.
Family and some of their policies. Well, they say it's racist to do anything.
They say it's racist to do anything. Okay.
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he was talking there, Tucker had that look on his face like, you should really shut up right now, like, because you're just, and really to go with the single woman with the cat is a weird attack. I figure more the attack would have been, the blue-haired single fat ladies or something. Like that's usually what they say, right? Like the blue-haired fat chicks that, like that's usually like to go like specifically to like the single ladies with cats. That's a weird go-to.
And his weak ass supposedly joke argument about the Democratic Party being run by childless cat ladies, and he cites Pete Buttigieg as, well, not exactly that, but a person who has no children. Dumb. Now, This perplexed Tucker face, I'm probably going to keep that for the future, because if you watch some of his interviews with people, he's making that face every time the person he's interviewing talks. And the Drunken Peasants picked up on this 10 years ago, and they just call it the Tucker face. I like to call it the perplexed Tucker face because I got to make it specific, and the word perplexed isn't used often enough.
No, we're bringing it back. Perplexed. I like it.
Hashtag bring back perplexed.
Yeah. So I saw this, and this is from a few weeks ago, but if you didn't see it, you should go listen to it. It's quite something. The girl that sung the national anthem at the home run derby. Did you hear her? And then later said I was drunk and I checked into rehab. And
oh yes.
Of course. This is one of the many pictures I've seen. You look at the bottom picture and look at all the Jack Daniels and the Coors, and then there was another one with a video. It's like I was drunk, I couldn't perform, and on the bottom's David Lee Roth swinging across the stage, and Michael Anthony's playing a Jack Daniels bass, right? Like, oh my god! Like if I mean, again, we haven't done it in like a professional setting like that, but there were many nights the band ended up at the bar after rehearsal. And just play because Bill had the instruments and we were shit faced and we still performed. Like.
Speaking of which, Cornfest is coming up soon.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to this happening when Ass takes the stage.
Yeah, it's because Cole's fat and he's gonna break the stage.
Literally, brew. Literally.
Literally.
Brew.
Liberals watch TV, media. And they literally believe everything and just repeat it. Oh, you mean kind of like the whole Barack Obama was an illegal and he wasn't born in this country? Okay. Yeah. Because it's just the liberals. Just saying,
Yep. Well, he was serious about Pete not having children, like his own children. Of course, who's who's replacing Biden in the presidential run? Kamala Harris. She has adopted children, just like Buttigieg does, but not their own. I think that's the argument. If it's on TV, the liberals believe it all, fiction or not. First one.
Spell with a C.
Yeah.
No, and it really, if you're gonna do it the other way, it's gonna be K-O backwards R, capital R. We are playing Thursday night or Friday night, 5 o'clock till 4 o'clock till 5:15. So, and I don't think I've even told anybody this. Let's see what time I have to do it. So I'm gonna have to push the show back. Probably not. But Chadney will be here Thursday. I don't know if he'll be here by the time the show starts. But I am actually singing "O Canada" to start Cornfest.
Excellent.
So yeah, I get to sing. Yeah, it's called sarcasm. Duh. Hey, did you see? Speaking of that thing going around. I'll do some looking. I'll look up while I say it. So Flavor Flav from Public Enemy he found out that the American water polo team, females, who have won gold 3 years in a row or something like that, I believe. They were actually having to work like 2 or 3 jobs to make their Olympic dream come true. And he took it upon himself to finance their whole trip to make sure that they could go. And he's like, now he's calling them more like famous people to be like, hey guys, let's, help these guys out. Right. It's awesome. I got a kick out of Flavor Flav.
And Dad says, congratulations on that.
Oh,
hello,
thank
Dad.
you. Flavor Flav, water polo. I originally said no but then I kind of I asked the band. Well, I asked my wife first if she thinks I could do it, and of course, my wife, always a supportive woman's like, of course. And then I asked the band, and they're all like, well, of course you can, right? So I had to practice a bit. I'm like, okay, I can't sing it that way. I got to sing it this way, so, yeah.
It's called sarcasm. Conservatives don't do sarcasm, just like the left can't meme. Brew.
Yeah, brew. Yeah, brew. Keep up, brew. All right.
Now, if I was smarter and faster on the draw, I'd add one of these. Flavor Flav. Wow, he's been a slave since he was born, hey? Good guy.
Yeah, boy! Bass! How low can you go? That's a great song. With Anthrax. Bring the noise!
Bring the noise, yeah.
Oh, Curious George, stop being so curious. Ooh, I'd like to see Curious George in the machine that made Jeff Goldblum into a fly. Nah, we'd already know what the alien thing would do. We already know. Yeah, no, I want to see what he'd do with the Necronomicon and the pentagram and the Ouija board. Yeah, definitely the fly. I'd like to see a fly monkey. Wait, we've seen that in The Wizard of Oz, I guess.
Yes.
No, I'd still be down to see a fly monkey. Oh my God. Nothing. Carry on. Next.
Stupid. I've got to start it off with our favorite Brazilian ego lifter. Oh my, Nick sent this to me, I think today.
Yeah, I did today. I hate him so much. Every fiber of my being. And
play? Yes. And muting for copyrighted music. Don't drop the weights.
Yeah. Oh, I punch him right. Like I just dropping weights. Oh,
And I think those are knee wraps that he's using.
yep.
And he's hitting himself with a belt. This is performative, I think.
Yeah. Well, and he just said, "Here we go, champion."
Now, if you've ever seen any of Ronnie Coleman's training videos from back in the day, there was at least one instance where he was doing front squats, and right before he did them, he asked the guy that was, I don't know, helping him or his trainer, what have you, to slap him in the back of the head, which he did. And Ronnie said, "Do it again." So he did, and that's when Ronnie got pumped for his set. And this is a very weak version of that. He's not even doing it with any force.
Yeah. Man, I hit my head harder against the wall when we partied. Again, I was pretty drunk.
And he's got 120s?
Yeah. Yeah, 120s.
Okay. Well, at the very least, he can lift them to his knees. Good for him.
I mean, I could lift that to my knees. I could do this. I could probably do up to this, and then I'm done. There's no way.
Okay, you can start the set anytime. What? I will try again. Why? Jesus.
Like, you can't do it. You just, like...
There's this thing, it's called range of motion, and it's not very dangerous.
No.
Come on, what is this?
No.
And then he drops the weights again. Kick this guy out.
Drop weights. Oh, that's my biggest pet peeve, dropping weights.
Ugh. That's just... Ugh.
Thanks, really. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. All the best to you, good sir. Coos for all. Nah, talk. It's fine. Like, it is almost that time. I do love me the fall. So I will say this, and so I'm not claiming on any side, though. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing I am definitely a Republican. I'm definitely realizing I am more conservative. We're not taking off yet, Junior, just so you know. We're not done. But I think that the problem that the left really suffers from, and me and Chadney talked about this, was there's not those guys that, like, can articulate their arguments properly. And I'm pretty sure I've said that on the show before. Like, the left has, like, a Jon Stewart or, like, a Colbert, right? Whereas the right has... Now, again, say what you want about the guys. I'm talking about articulate, and whether it's word salad or not. Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Dr. Peterson. They have a bunch. No, not yet, sir. But they have a bunch of guys. Like, I don't have them up right now. That you cannot agree with them, but they can articulate and they can have a conversation with people, right? That doesn't divulge down to, well, you're just want cancel culture and you have blue hair, so you're dumb, or oh, you're Hitler. Like, that's the problem. And whenever you see these videos, when they're talking to these college kids or anyone that they're talking to, it always ends up in being, well, you're just a piece of shit. Well, that's not an argument. Why is this person a piece of shit? And that's what's really is lacking on the left. They need some more people that can actually articulate. And Candace Owens, there's another one who, on the right, like they, when you have people who, like, I've seen a lot of the clips lately of Candace Owens and Don Lemon having their interview, and Candace Owens destroys him. She makes him look like a doofus. And, like, I don't know a lot about Don Lemon. I've heard a lot of people complain about the way he conducts his interviews and stuff, but, like, every time he had a point, she just bury him. Like, and beat him with a punch. And it's just like,
You guys, the videos that the left should be working on, like liberals should be working on to preventing getting out, are these idiots that scream into the mics, or these idiots that are like, "You're Hitler," or the one where we played the video of the girl who's like, "Oh, well, I was over in the Middle East. I traveled with Gaza, and she had no idea that Jewish people weren't Muslim." Right? We watched it on the show, right? Because I've seen the video. I've watched the video a few times, right? The one with the gentleman dressed as a princess.
Yes.
Right. We watched that. Yeah. Right. So that, yeah. And that's just it. Junior nailed it right there. We need healthy debates, but there's none of that from the, and there's nobody that can really articulate properly and talk with these people.
No, I don't know if this quote is an actual Socrates quote, or pardon me, Socrates quote.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. Without a doubt.
It's a shame that the most popular argumentative videos that involve the left are the stereotypical blue hair shrieker who just spews insults because they have nothing remaining in the way of a cohesive argument.
Yeah, and that's the problem. They have no argument. No argument whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, and it's annoying. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Because they could be doing so much better with their time and helping their movement, but there is no united left. It's just branches branches under the umbrella.
Yes, and that's very, very true, because we remember from when Trump first got elected, there was the women with the vagina hats, and then the vagina hats, or the Black Lives Matters got mad at the vagina hats because the vagina hats were getting more publicity, and these people were getting mad at it. And like, really? You're eating. I remember seeing it back then. You guys are eating yourselves. You're fighting within, like, really with the Republicans. It's straight across is like, or the conservatives is they're like Republicans. They're conservative. They're kind of, maybe there's a little difference in some of the things they believe, but for the most part, they're a united front. And there's all these different factions in the left that want their message to be louder than the others.
Yeah.
And while that continues, the left is going to be made to look weaker than the conservatives.
Yep. That is why I think no matter who the left puts up against Trump, if it's not going to be Kamala Harris, Trump is going to destroy them. I think even if there's a debate, Trump will destroy Kamala Harris. She'll put up more of a fight than Biden will, of course, but a chicken with its head cut off would put up more of a fight than Biden did. But it's going to lose. Trump is going to win. It's going to be America, Trump land, 2025 to 28. Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. And yeah, and the thing is, people, we need to remember this. There's only 3 people watching right now. Thanks, Junior, for keeping talking with us. But it doesn't matter the puppet that's out there. That's something that needs to be remembered. And that was brought up actually at the family reunion as we were discussing politics and stuff, which we usually don't, but we did. But everybody was on the same playing field. My Uncle Brent is a big farmer, and I honestly thought he'd be one of those, like a real Trump guy. And he's like, I'm not any guy, Nick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because it's just the puppet that's in front. He's like, do you think Donald Trump's making the decisions? He's like, do you think Trudeau's making the decisions? It's not. There's a whole oligarchy behind them that's making the decisions, which is what it is. They're just the puppet that's in the front of them.
That brings up to mind that old bit that Bill Hicks did. And I think it was from Rant in E minor. And
that's such a great name.
It's a pick your poison. Exactly. Yeah. Especially with the United States right now.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who you are. When you're elected the president, you go into this smoky back room where there are a bunch of industrialists puffing on cigars. They sit you down and you see an angle of the Kennedy assassination that you've never seen before. And then the film ends, and there's a big guy at the end of the table in that smoky room who's puffing on his cigar, and he says, "Any questions?" And the new president says, "Just what my agenda is."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
That is true. He doesn't need the job, especially at his age, because of how tough a job it is.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to take the position of he's doing it for the reason that he loves the country. I don't know that that's the case. Perhaps it is. I can't really see any other way of the reason he would do the job, because it's a stressful AF job.
I know Rogan talked about this like before Trump became, or maybe it was while Trump was president, and he said, like during one of the president things, Obama was president, and he said, "Yeah, well, I'm something Trump will never be, and that's president." Like during, I think it was one of the president's balls or something, and like Rogan's like, "You watch Trump, you could see his face was like, oh yeah, motherfucker," you know. And again, yeah, it's pick your poison. It doesn't matter. Like, and the thing is, I didn't do any research into this, so I'm gonna go on like the podcast I listen to, and I listen to the Kevin Nash podcast. And I will say this for anyone that is voting conservative: do your research big time down there, because Kevin Nash was saying if you go and read what their tax breaks are. If you make less than $100,000, your taxes are apparently going to go up $6,000 over the year. Okay, in different taxes. Okay, but if you make over $350,000, you're actually getting tax breaks.
That's so scummy.
Yep, and again, I didn't do the research. I'm putting that. I mean, like maybe that's wrong of me. Maybe I should be looking into that further, but I really don't have to. It's not my country. But if I heard somebody say that, like if that came out and someone said that in Canada, because I'm a conservative, more conservative as the years go on, and someone said, "Oh, well, if you vote for conservative, this is what's going on with the taxes." They said that to me, I'd be like, I'm gonna go do some research to see where, like, you know, where this, like, see if that's actually on the platform, see what if that's happening. So, you know, maybe that's something you guys need to look into down there. So, do we have any more gym stuff? Let's get off this politics shit.
Hold on. There was something else I was going to say. If your taxes go up, then you're going to have to be very careful when it comes to buying new shoes and keeping the ones you currently have in the best shape you can for as long as you possibly can. I'm going to mute that because that's annoying. So he's trying to keep his shoes dry. Stunt or not, I don't know in this day and age.
You never know. No. Yeah, I know. See, he's done that before. So this is a stunt. Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty impressive, though.
Yes. That is something you have not seen until today.
That is pretty impressive, I must say. I completely agree with Sammy Mammy. Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
Without a doubt.
The Jordans or whatever the hell they are. I don't know what the popular shoe brand is nowadays. Maybe it's a Kanye shoe.
Yeezy.
Fucking Yeezy.
Yeah. Okay, so going back to what Junior said, this was back in. So I was spending time in the States back in 2007, 8, 9, 7 and 8, 2007 and 8. I was a long haul driver. And I remember listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show on Sirius Radio. And they had broken down the New York Times did or something, like the amount of money that it didn't spend on the war in Afghanistan. Like what they could have done with that money.
Yep.
And you would have to go look, because anything I bet you if I said the numbers to you that they said on that show, you would say, oh, that's not true. Like, it was reported and again, you can say, well, it was reported in the paper, but like, they could have put every kid through college. They could have done this and that and the other. Like, it was ridiculous. The amount of good they could have done for the country with the money they spent on the war in Afghanistan and Iraq and after 9/11. Like, it's mind blowing how much money they spent.
Yep. The billions of dollars they spent constructing permanent military bases in Iraq, and all the equipment that would get damaged over there, they would just leave it, like tanks on the side of the road, vehicles that would be partially blown up by IEDs, guns firing off ammunition. That's
What?
true. She makes a good point.
Of course it was, of course it was, Kat. It was all about oil. Like, you know.
But if you open that floodgate of it's all about the oil, then you have to go back to, oh, why did 9/11 happen? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then yeah.
Yeah, I got another one, and I couldn't find the original, the one that you shared with me about what I like to call the whole body bicep curl.
Like, this is just ridiculous. Like, what does he think he's even doing? I think we each need a pair of those pants.
I'm gonna play it again.
Like, this is just like, oh, Jesus.
Now the good news is he's got collars on the easy bar.
Yeah, because they probably would have hurt his feet.
I can't stop.
So
you know,
I go ahead. Sorry.
I would recaption this instead of why won't you go to the gym at 5 p.m. The gym at 5 p.m. It would be conservative. The left can't meme. The left.
Yeah. Ah! It's the scream.
See if I can get that scream in at the beginning, but then I have to mute it, of course.
Ah!
I wish I could find the original of this. I have no idea how to look for it.
No, yeah, and it just popped up. Yeah. Well, I actually go ahead. No, go.
Sorry, I apologize. Apparently, with our background, we can change it so that not only could it be a GIF, a JPEG, a still pic. I revealed it too early. It could also be a GIF. I would have this as our GIF.
Just running in the background the whole time.
Oh, yes. How does he think he's doing anything positive?
Because that's 90, and then what, 225s? Are those 10s on the outsides or 25s? Because those are the plates. Those are 45 plates, I think, right?
Yeah, it's 45 on the inner.
On the inner, and what's that? Is that 10? Is that 10s or 2?
That's either a 25 or a 35.
I think it'd be a 25. I love that this video gave that much, that you gave you that much joy. I love it. I love it. I love that you're burning it up. I love it.
Oh, God.
Hold on, I just gotta play because this is my favorite one we have going.
Oh my God, Jerry! Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
You win today, Junior. You win the internet.
I had to actually intervene in today in the gym, and I'm trying to help people more, especially when their technique is just ridiculous. And I'm watching this guy do a band exercise, and like he's teaching this guy to do, but like the kid's like, it's a heavier, thicker band, so it's got some good tension to it, right? Well, this kid's like bent over and like leaning into the thing, and I finally had to go, okay, young blood, stop. Right? Like, young blood, stop. Because he had to be about 19. And I was like, and I brought him a different band. I was like, look, like the whole idea is you're supposed to stand and like, because he's doing biceps. So you like, it's moving your arms. You got to keep, and push out and pull up and keep tension. You can't see that, but I'm keeping tension on my arms the whole time, right? Because I'm even shaking because I'm keeping the tension. Doing what you're doing, right? Like it's. And then there was a young lady in the gym, and again, I don't understand. Like I've kind of taken to doing supersets lately.
Good.
And just like bang it out, get it done.
Yeah.
So like basically I've stopped taking a water bottle. Hear me out. I do not drink water. So what I do is like today. So I did lat pull downs, hammer. I guess it's like not really hammer. What's this when you do biceps to the side and you're like, and you go up to the side like this? That's on hammer because this is hammer.
I never go to the side.
Okay, well, I was going like this, just across my body. Okay. Do set at 12 and then go get a drink of water. But as soon as I get back from the fountain, I'm back doing lat pulls again. So it only takes me 10, 15 seconds to walk there and walk back. Fast. I'm not there to talk. I'm not there to bullshit. And I banged out my back workout about 45 minutes.
Good.
About 45 minutes. And then I actually went to get on the treadmill. My knee was bothering me. So I only did about 5 minutes. Usually about 15 minutes. I stopped after 5 because it's hurting. Anyways, I did about 25 minutes of my set. And this young lady, hold on. I got a phone call and I'm on call. Hold on.
Okay, he did mute. Good. Yeah, he is looking good, Junior. Years ago when he was on the road, doing the long haul trucking in Canada and the United States, apparently got up to 400 pounds. And he was doing good. Then he got into the accident in 2021. I think it was December of 2020. Had the tree fall on his leg, and he's been recovering from that. Okay. And finally, he's getting back down to a healthy weight. And yes, it has taken him a long time. It's tough when you get older. But yes, good for him. He's trying. He's doing what he can. Yeah, about 400 according to him. I don't know that he ever weighed himself. Maybe he did. I've got to take his word for it. Yeah, 400 pounds is a lot of weight. Even if you're in a giant vehicle like a tractor trailer. Yeah, the vehicle kind of, adjusts when you get up in there. Thank you, Dad. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Anytime you can spend, that's great. Thank you so much. It's horrible. Yes, Jolene, you've got it exactly right, because you're sitting. You're in that maybe slightly reclined position, but sitting nonetheless. Yeah, and Nick will tell you about how terrible it is.
Sorry, I'm back. What's terrible?
Long haul trucking is horrible on people's health, says Jolene.
Oh, yeah. When I got off the highway, Joe, I don't think you even knew me. Yeah, I was 400 pounds. So, yeah, I don't think that's what the WOW 400 was, but yeah, when I got off the highways, I was 400 pounds. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm under 300 now.
Excellent.
So I'm I think 298, 296, depends if I've shit or not. Depends how much water retention I have. I kind of feel like I'm plateauing though is a big thing. I just got to think. I don't know what to do to kind of push it a little further. I know if I ate better, it would help. Yeah. But I try to eat like at least vegetables twice a day. Lots of protein. Yeah. So I love and no, not sperm. So
Chris Ramos, thank you for liking us on Facebook.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, he's an awesome guitar player. Guitar player. Yeah, I've actually jammed with him a few times. Awesome guitar player. So thank you, Chris. So thanks, Junior. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I try to, I try to push people now. Like you'll sit there and be like, oh, the gym, and oh my goodness, I can't, blah, blah, blah. Once you start going, it becomes an addiction. It does. Yeah.
And I myself, for the past 3 or 4 years, I had been going twice a week. I would go on my days off from my job. And there is a little bit of a laziness factor to that. But recently I decided to do 3 days a week. little bit shorter of a workout. So instead of an hour and a half on the 2 days a week, I would do 65, maybe 70 minutes, 3 days a week. And let me tell you, the discipline required to do that is immense. Now, what I did the weeks leading up to that change, I started getting up earlier, about 10 to 15 minutes earlier per day, leading up to the 3 days a week, because 2 of those days are Wednesday and Friday. I have to be at my job in the afternoon. So in order to not be rushing from the gym to my job, I have to get up early enough so that I can go to the gym, do the workout without rushing, so I can have a quality workout, take my time, go to the job. And man, I have so much more time during the day. I love it. And I accomplish so much more. I'm more focused. I stick to the minimum rest time. My form is great. I'm conscious of what I'm doing. It's awesome. I love it. And yes, it is an addiction. And I can't wait to go back. Even though I'm going more often now, I can't wait for the next workout.
Yeah. And I've been to the point now this summer, because I played a lot of baseball this summer. So I'm down to so hopefully after the 17th, I think me and Chadney actually talked about that. I'm just bringing my calendar. So after the 17th, we might even be able to go back to Mondays on the 19th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because ball will be done in Lethbridge. But I have been going to these, like, I missed a good 3 weeks of the gym, but I was playing a lot of ball. We were rehearsing a lot, and I remember I've read a lot of things where it's like, when you're gonna rehearse, don't go to the gym. Like, you shouldn't go work out, because really, even when I'm rehearsing, I'm pushing, right? So yeah, after a good, like, a 2-hour rehearsal, 3-hour rehearsal, my body's sore, right? Like, I could feel it, because because we do so many different songs, right? Where songs I have to, like, kind of scream, or I change my voice and tighten my diaphragm up, like, because when I'm singing, I'm pushing up with my stomach the whole time. I'm like flexed, right? Like, I'm flexing when I sing, right, to help push, right? So I'm not just relying on my throat. I'm pushing the air up, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's it can be a workout on itself. And then lots of baseball. And it's been 30 degrees out playing ball. And then, like, yeah, you're out doing yard work and stuff. Like, well, if I'm gonna be out in the sun and I'm, like, working out in the yard for 3-4 hours, I don't feel I need to go to the gym.
Drink the water, and this is for everyone, not just you. I'm drinking more myself, not just because it's the summertime, but because it keeps me hydrated, and hydration is important for muscles.
I drink probably 4 of these a day.
What's the capacity?
It's scraped off because this is my old work one that's dented to shit. I think it's more than 24 ounces.
I would hope so.
Or is it 48? No, I don't think it's that big. I don't know. It's dented to shit. I can tell you with the other one. We still got it. I will say, and Jolene, maybe you need that friend, and we're friends, but I wouldn't do this to you. But, like, Chadney was I'm not trying to dock somebody. He was like, oh, the gym. I'm like, it's excuses, dude. Those are fucking excuses. And they're lame excuses. Like, sometimes you want to see that, like accountability guy to be like, go for an hour. Yeah. Just an hour. No one says you have to go fucking kill yourself.
It's not as much as you think, Junior.
No, it's really not. No.
I drink on average 3.5 liters a day. I think I'm going to the bathroom less than 10 times a day. I don't count, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 10. If it's a gym day, yeah, it might be 10 or a little bit more. Again, depending on the weather as well. So there are a number of factors. And Jolene, I think if you start going, yeah, it's going to be tough at first, but once you establish a routine, if you can, and you start seeing results, that's the thing. Once you see the results, you're going to want to do it more, because you want more results and more and more. And that's going to push you to hone your diet, to get better at nutrition, to cut out the cravings, or to fight the cravings, because you're fighting yourself when you're fighting the cravings.
Oh, and it's so my wife is leaving the Heritage. So they had kind of like a going away party for her today, and they bought her a cake. And she brought it home. And I was like, I just worked out today. I said, and I don't eat this stuff a lot. I'm like, okay, I took a corner piece of the cake. And then I said, can you please give a piece to Cohen, save a piece for Co, and throw the rest out? Well, you can take it to work for the guy. I said, throw it out. It was only like the last strip of the top. I said, please throw it out. Because as you can tell by this body, willpower is not my strength. So throw it out. Save our son a piece. Throw the rest out. Because, yeah, it's hard. Like, I'm sorry. A bag of chips and I love chips. Oh, my goodness. Like, sorry, Junior. I'm a chip guy. You like a bag of just Lay's original chips? Oh, and a Coke Zero? Oh, goodness.
Cake or death?
Okay, I chose death. I mean, cake. You said death.
Cake,
all right,
please.
Kevin, cake. Yeah. Okay, so cake or death, but we're all out of cake. So my choice is death or death. Eddie Izzard. Go listen to him.
Dress to Kill, great
Dress
album.
to Kill, yeah.
Willpower is the most difficult thing aside from establishing a schedule.
I almost blurted something out there, Jolene, but I will. And this isn't on you. I'm not. And this is I almost should text you after just to say what I was going to say.
Do it.
But no, I will. Just so she's probably going to be like, what is he talking about? But we will. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on air. Well, I don't know if the kids would leave you long enough, but I know there are some parents that do bring their kids because there is some chairs up in the front and the kids just kind of sit there on their phones. You know, I don't think they want it to be a regular thing kind of thing, but yeah. And people say, well, just get some stuff at home. I have a bike and exercise bands. I keep them in case we ever end up in another pandemic. But like, I actually thought about getting rid of my bike because it's just a cheap $100 bike. But it's like, I'm just going to hold on to it just in case. Yeah. Just in case, you know. So
now we're going to go into stupid drivers momentarily because I've had this one for a while. So this is it's a side cam, but it's facing away from the direction that the driver is going. It's only 14 seconds long. Hopefully it'll make sense the first time around. Now they're in the lane. Great.
Yeah. It's under the window. I can see it's under the mirror.
No.
Oh,
ooh.
sideswiped.
Yeah. Now I forgot about the old doodly doot. So I'll get that queued up and we'll go at him again. Ooh, he had to almost go into the shoulder for that one.
Yeah.
And why was that happening? I think
someone wasn't paying attention or something.
Yeah. And
that's on a curve, right? Like,
I think he was passing that driver and decided.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good call.
That gets an extra.
Hold on. I'm going to message Joe right now. One thing going.
So if that's the case, Joe, and today is August 1st, I would encourage you to start fighting your cravings now and start at the very least thinking about how you can eat healthier. Because come September and you have the time, if you go into the gym and try and go full bore right away, you're going to burn yourself out too fast. You're going to get way too sore too quickly, and it's going to destroy any chances of long-term commitment to the gym. So you got to start small. Start with your brain.
Yeah.
Get used to the idea. Inception.
I'd only missed 3 weeks of the gym. But even when I went back on Monday, I'm like, okay, baby steps. And because I didn't want to hurt myself, right? So I was like, baby steps. And and then I'm already kind of back up to my weight because I've done chest twice this week. So I'm already back up to where I was, but because I did like half kind of weight, and I'm like, okay, no, I feel good. Nothing's too. And today I'm feeling it. Like I could feel it in my biceps today, or because I did back and biceps today, so I could feel it today. But And Jolene, because you're watching, I know me and Brody have talked about that. I know it bugs him. So, yeah. So yeah, it's this time. I actually got a different twist on this one. So maybe I shouldn't use this for my fuck around and find out, but I was so like, what the fuck, that I had to. Well, I'm not. I'm gonna do 2 different videos. One will be a fuck around and find out. One's gonna be a video that I can't believe is actually a fucking real video. Like it's one of those ones like it has to be fake. It has to be. So all right. So this one. Nope. This one. There we go. All right. So that dumb people shit. Should say this is white people shit.
Hey, put your feet up there, bro.
But why?
Dumb ways to die. Yeah. So there's that. I'd say right about there, you realized, oh, I done fucked up. So I don't. Well, how about this? So it's not Brody to annoy you. You let me know when Brody's home, when you get your thing, and it'll have to be after work or on the weekend when Brody's home, and we'll go to the gym, and I'll show you some exercises.
Nice.
I'd be more than happy to give you a hand doing that. But there's that. I do have another video I want to show, and I'm hoping this is fake. I hope that, like, this is one of those ones I could hear Frankie being like, "Oh, come on, Nick!" Like, ah.
You know, Junior's starting to grow on me a little bit. Yeah, I know he's trolling, but I'm getting the hang of it. I like it.
So I'm hoping this is. God, I hope this is fake. So all I'm gonna say is, hopefully, it's not a real weight.
Oh.
Okay.
I've seen this.
That has to be fake, right? Like, this guy has to know there's cameras. So just so anyone that is listening or ever listens, there's cameras in every gym.
Yep.
So this, to me, I can't see the weight. Like,
the description I read when I saw this is that the guy who dropped it, he did it on purpose because he hates the guy who was on the bench.
oh,
Yeah, it gives a new flavor to it, hey?
like if that is like, wow. So that was
Yeah, that's
your
evil.
fuck around and find out.
And keep the momentum going. He's being charged with felony murder only in Biden's America.
No, Junior, I can't tell if you're kind of is that true? Like, I'd really like to read about that. Oh, wow. I got, like, yeah, if you have a, like, something you can maybe put in the chat there, Junior, I'd love to read that story. That's insane.
Yeah, like the guy's name or the location and the date,
please,
approximately.
If you happen to know, like, I'd really like to attempt it. Okay, yeah. Oh, attempted, yeah. Because you said felony, so like, holy crap, I killed him?
Have you ever?
Okay.
Have you ever demanded a refund, been denied, and then trashed the store in retaliation?
No.
You had to think about it. Have I ever done?
And no, I just can't wait to see what you're about to show me. So
Well, this young British Karen has.
You want to,
No
you
problem.
prick. You don't want to be a prick. Okay.
No problem.
Okay, you think, oh, I'm going to get arrested again. I don't give a fuck where I've been arrested 100 times. I don't give a shit.
No problem. No problem.
Security. Please.
No
Stop.
problem.
Stop recording me. I'm scared.
No problem.
Stop recording me. I'm
No
scared.
problem. No problem.
I'm scared. Stop.
No problem.
Hello? We're recording the police if you not stop it.
Okay, call the police.
all right, pause. This is the moment where that gentleman should be allowed to punch her right in the face. No, you obviously did not get smacked around enough as a kid to think that this is acceptable behavior anywhere. So you need to start about now getting smacked the fuck up.
Smack that bitch up.
Are you gonna grab her or not?
Crappy, I'd love to try and punch her, right?
No problem.
She bought a phone and she
Do you want me to spit in your face, prick? Do you want me to spit in your face, you stupid fucking prick?
Go ahead. Keep going. You'll get.
But did she just say, I'm just saying it because I Packy prick?
Yeah, she said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can wait till police come. Beg your neck. Pray, police are in. Who's that your point?
Should we give my fucking money back, you stupid
Are you gonna
prick?
get your money this way?
Okay, I'm gonna come back every single day and fuck up the shop every single day.
Come
See
back.
how you like it.
Come back.
See how you like
You
it.
can come back. It's okay. It's okay. I'll see you every day. No problem.
Where's Red to be like, call her a wanker or something?
Exactly. I miss Big Red because she would have had something to say about that accent.
Red would have definitely been like, oh, you bloody wanker.
When is he coming? You got these little shit. How long you little fucking fool? Like your fucking white sock. You dumb bitch. I asked for my money back.
Look at that. There's 3 of them there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 months ago.
And that was it. And let me guess, Junior. One moment so I can cue it up. They all vote Democrat, don't they? Oops, I mean, hold on.
That one worked. All right, let's end this
that'll-
shit. All right, are we done? Was that bipolar? Wait, we did stupid people, Karen, Jim. Did we do? Yeah, we didn't do many Jims.
We had a gym.
Yeah, we did. The ego lifter. All right. So for Nick's bipolar song list, the blah 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 words English hard. My 2 songs this week. From the Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Great song. And from the 90s, I always smile because again, like these songs take me right back to high school. Walk on the Ocean, Toad the Wet Sprocket. Just that. Every time I hear it, I'm back in high school. Like, back in MSS. So, did you watch movies?
I was going to say, before I get to the movies, there was something else that I found. This is thanks to Susan, who is not in the chat tonight. Sorry, I'm going to steal your thunder on this, but thank you to Susan for sharing this on Facebook. Don't Google Mommy by Ricky Lindholm. This is great. You got to listen to this song. It's only 2 minutes, 48 seconds long. I love it. It's awesome. Also, I didn't mention this when it happened, but rest in peace to Bob Newhart.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I did. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, we said something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this I found fascinating. The rise of the crisis actor conspiracy movement. These 2 people on the left and the center, absolute trash bag human beings. This is a fascinating watch. Even if you don't like Vice, this is something to watch. I really enjoyed watching this. I'm not going to take it as gospel, but it's just a crazy, fascinating look into what is going on in America. And this was 6 years ago. This has gotten worse, in my opinion, since then. April 12th, 2018, this happened. Good Lord. Yeah, just fascinating stuff from back in the day.
Well, I actually already have Don't Google Mommy up ready. So as soon as we're done, I will Google Mommy.
They are troublemakers, man. You should watch the video. I know it's 25 minutes long, but just for those two, they are evil trash monsters, as Jessica from the Friendly Atheist podcast would say. So yeah, and yes, I did watch a few movies. I don't have them queued up at the moment. Give me a moment on that. I want to stress, especially because of our age, the importance of yearly blood and urine tests, because there were a few people that I know who were big or relatively prevalent in my life who died of cancer. And sometimes with cancer, there are very special tests that have to be done in order to detect those cancers. But this is why get your blood and urine checked at least once a year. Please, please, please. You're very welcome, Junior. And we thank you very much for being here. It's greatly appreciated.
Before you share your thing, I saw this and made me laugh. That's why we're grumpy.
And if YouTube was not a thing, then yes, we would be shelling out lots of money.
Actually, I do pay for an Apple subscription because we have me, my wife, my son are on it, and I have like 3,000 songs, over 3,000 songs on my phone. The kid has a ton, Kim has a ton, so we definitely get our money's worth.
Jesus.
All right.
All right.
Continue.
I have 2 features and a short film that I would like to share with the class tonight. Maybe, but that's only great if you are able to stay away from people. And if anyone read the description for tonight's show, you know that costs money. So I encourage everyone to play the lottery.
Yes.
And donate to our Patreon, which we don't have yet.
Yeah, which we don't have.
So wait till we get a Patreon, then win the lottery, and then give us money. Anyway. The first film from the good year of our dog, Lord, 1994, with honors.
That's a great movie.
Convinced his thesis will have him graduate with honors from Harvard University, a stuffy student finds himself at the mercy of a homeless man's demands when he holds the papers hostage. Starring, as you can see, Brendan Fraser, Joe Pesci, Moira Kelly, Roll Tide, few other people are in it, Patrick Dempsey, and Josh Hamilton, as well as Gore Vidal. Say what you want about Gore Vidal Jr., if you know who he is. Just brilliant guy, American author, actor, political commentator at the very least. I think he's been dead for a few years. Very interesting guy. But I recommend this mainly for Joe Pesci. This is probably Joe Pesci's best work that I've seen so far, because he's not just Joe Pesci. We all know the Joe Pesci that we've seen before. He's loud, he's boisterous. We've seen him in Home Alone and Mean Streets and Goodfellas and Casino. This is not that Joe Pesci. This is a very thoughtful Joe Pesci. He has a very particular way of talking. And there is one scene near the end of the movie when his character meets his son. It's a heartbreaking shot. You only see it for 2 seconds, but that just cemented for me how good an actor Joe Pesci is. So, again, 1994 with honors. From 2023, Boy Kills World. This is very, very, very entertaining. Starring everybody's favorite modern-day clown, Bill Skarsgård, along with Jessica Rothen and Michelle Dockery, and, as well, this guy, Yayan Ruhian. Who is he, you may ask? Well, I must say Brew. The Raid Redemption, he played Mad Dog, in which in the final fight of the film, he fought, and I'm talking about Yayan or Mad Dog, he fought two guys. Well, in this movie, same thing. He fights two people. And he is, I think, 55 now. So just amazing. But two other people in this movie, Sharito Copley, who we know from District 9, and Open Grave, if you saw Open Grave from 2013, as well as Elysium. But Famke Janssen. Oh, yeah. But what is Boy Kills World all about? A fever dream action film that follows Boy, a deaf person with a vibrant imagination. When his family is murdered, he is trained by a mysterious shaman, Mad Dog, to repress his childish imagination and become an instrument of death. Great movie, very entertaining. Speaking of very entertaining, there's another movie from 1994. This is a short film. Very strange, but very, very impressive. This is called Vibro Boy. An old Aztec statue brought back from Mexico to France by a transvestite and an acrobat suddenly releases El Vibro, aka, and this is in French, Vibro Boy, a superhero endowed with a phallic driller. When I saw this, I thought to myself, this was made in 2015, considering the editing. Nope, 1994.
Really?
1994. You've got to see this. You got to find it. It might be on YouTube. Of course, you got to sign in to watch it. If not YouTube, maybe archive.org. But yes, that'll keep you all busy for the next week.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for sticking around and listening. We love you. Well, almost 2 hours again. Oh, good show. So now we're saying goodbye, Junior.
Yeah,
so,
we are.
Thank you. Be nice, people. We don't know what everybody's going through. I know it's really hard sometimes not to be judgmental and not to fly off the handle. And the older I get, the more I'm realizing that and trying to be a better person. And yeah, have a great week. And yeah, take care of each other.
Yes. Think before you say something. Think before you do something. Very important. And I would like to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight for the moment of the duration, including Chris, Alma, Dad, Jolene, Bolo, Junior, Van, and Casey. And people who we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Beverly, haven't seen a like from Beverly in a while. Shlomo, Really, Wild Bill, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Amanda, my friend Sarah, our friends Matt and James, both Trevors, both Cindy's, both Jolene's. Again, thank you, Jolene. Nathan, Nick's mom, my Auntie Kathy, and shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. The visage of Nicole. I'm going to start that again. Take two. The visage of Nicolas Cage's character in Longlegs is a personification of Gloria Pouchfonte's quiche-smelling uterus.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you haven't seen Longlegs, please do. Good movie.
All right. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you all again. I'm wondering, because it's been Junior and Jolene, who was the third viewer on YouTube? Who hasn't said anything? I don't know.
Watch, get a comment now when we leave. So, okay, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday.
It's Overseer. I'm pretty sure he's going to say something as we go.
As we go.
So thank you, Overseer. And yes, we shall be back next Thursday, August the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Oh, wait a minute. Not bye yet. I don't like to leave people hanging. The Van guy.
No, Van left, so.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Maybe he just said that he left.
Yeah, maybe he had to go tuck his wiener or something.
And we're going to end on that. Van's wiener. Bye-bye.